welcome back to the Cutlass Board Games channel. We are looking at another Cutlass deck tech video. This time we are looking at Structures Ramp. This deck is an interesting one and one that I played a lot in early testing for this game because it had the ability to get a lot of things into your tableau quite early. Now, the key card we're looking at is Wizard's Colonnade, which says if you have 3 uniquely named structures in your tableau, you look at the top card, and if it's a structure, put it into your tableau face down with development time equal to its discard cost +1, which means that if you look at the top card and you're hitting a structure most of the time, every time Wizard's Colonnade activates, your tableau is going to get bigger, which can get pretty big and pretty scary very quickly. The other cool thing about this deck is that in the playing of it, you can, especially at the start, because you just got to get to those 3 unique structures in play, you can play all of your cards face down, because if you're not spending that 1 construction point that you get for free every turn on playing something like an event, which in this deck list, the only events that you can play are going to be in the mid game, either because of they emerge or Scry the Stars, for example, also has Caleiran Rule. You're going to be able to spend that construction point to remove, the time that you have on the face down cards to turn them face up without discarding cards from your hand. We also have Caleiran Forge, which can remove development time from your face down cards. And Caleiran Forge has another separate different mode where you can put a structure from your discard pile on top of your deck, guaranteeing that the Wizard's Colonnade is going to hit. So the big synergy between these 2 cards, and the goal is to get to that turn 3 and have a really explosive turn where you can try and Wizard's Colonnade a bunch of times. Ideally, Wizard's Colonnade turns face up in the construction step, which will probably be turn 4, and then you're able to merchant markets, you're able to Scry the Stars and fill out a whole bunch of cards into your tableau, like Seed of Power, which can start getting you treasures, like the Spire of Exile, which can start banishing your opponent's deck, Seaward Trebuchet, which can start putting damage counters on your opponent's cards to slow them down. So the idea is to try and build up so much card advantage that anything that you do to slow down your opponent, or anything you do to start winning the game, is such a greater advantage, because they'll have to, catch up with just how many things you're activating each turn. So there's a couple of nice mono structure strategy kind of stuff in here. We are playing zero crewmates so that our Wizard's Colonnade has the best chance of hitting. We are playing Herysaia, Goddess of the Tides, because she also has that Caleiran Rule for getting extra treasures, and banishes cards from your opponent's deck, which matches with the Spire of Exile synergy there. And then all of our events basically put extra cards into play, so they're worth the trade-off of potentially missing from the Wizard's Colonnade. But we've also got stuff like the Dread Omensinger, where if I wish to put damage on it, I can put cards in my hand from the top 3 cards of my deck. But anything that I discard, I could potentially put back on top with the Caleiran Forge so that Wizard's Colonnade can hit it. And this kind of works like a pseudo search engine, but it can also put cards into my hand. And then the damage that's put on this, I can peel off with the Banquet Halls slowly over time, because that will remove damage from other cards in my tableau. We've also got 2 Caleiran Moat, because we can be shuffling cards back into the deck to increase the structure to not structure ratio, or to put key events back into the deck, such as merchant markets, because merchant markets will send orders to a structure in my tableau. If something has already activated in a phase, merchant markets won't be able to activate it an additional time, but it says abilities in your tableau activate this turn as if you had 3 or more structures with unique names. So if you have that Colonnade up on the second turn, it turns face up in your construction step. You can use merchant markets to activate it as if you had the Caleiran Rule, so that you could potentially start getting more structures into play right away, which is kind of the thing that will help speed up the deck to try and keep up with some of the turbo pirate stuff, but to start getting you that extra advantage right away. And then we've got some of like the regular kind of tech package stuff where we've got the one Voidsign at midnight, which is kind of always good for making sure you don't lose your sea monster to something like Thomas Daring. And then Outskirts Watchtower, which can search for those two, as well as the Unexplored Maelstrom. But the main event that you want to be using to get your structures into play is the Scry the Stars, and then you can use that to search for exactly which structure you think is best for you right now. Either at Seat of Power, start getting treasures, or one of the cards that's going to help slow down your opponent. But that is Structures Ramp. If you thought this was kind of interesting, you can come and check out Cutlass for yourself. There is a link in the description for the Discord. It's got the full prints and play files that you can get, and instructions on how to set up cockatrice that you can play online for free. You can come and try out the game for yourself. And also check out this channel because there's a whole bunch of other Cutlass content on there. I've got a bunch of deck techs up already, a bunch of how to play videos, and a bunch of gameplay, that kind of stuff, so you can see exactly how this game works, and you can come and try it for yourself. But while you're scrolling through and watching all that stuff, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It does help out the channel a lot so that other people can come and play this. But hopefully we'll see you soon playing a little bit of Cutlass, seeing some pirates, seeing some of the fantastic structures of Caleiran,